everybody, and welcome back to Mom's Cooking Diary. I think it is well past time that we made some dessert. So today we're going to make some cinnamon chocolate cake. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees and get out a cake pan and go ahead and spray that down with some cooking spray. Set that to the side. We won't need that for a minute. All right, then in a mixing bowl, we are going to put in 2 cups of flour. There we go. And then we're going to put in 2 cups of sugar. And 1. And a 2. Okay, good job. Then we're going to take a spoon and go ahead and mix those together really thoroughly, get them really nice and well combined. So today this recipe comes from my mom. This is her cinnamon chocolate cake recipe. We have spiced it up in the past and made Mexican chocolate cake by adding some jalapenos to it to get a little bit of that cinnamon, that chocolate, and some spice to make a nice Mexican chocolate cake. Today though, just in the mood for the regular cinnamon chocolate cake. So now we're going to go ahead and take 2 sticks of butter and put them in a medium saucepan here and set that just over medium-high heat to melt. So there I've got 1 stick in, and if I could ever get this other wrapper to open, here we go. We will have 2 sticks of butter in my saucepan. We're going to go ahead and add to that 1 cup of water and 2 tablespoons of Hershey's Cocoa. 1 and 2. All right, we're going to want to stir that around, get the cocoa nice and incorporated with the water, and we're going to let that butter just melt. Make sure to keep an eye on it though. You'll see why in a moment. So while that is getting ready, this recipe calls for buttermilk. I don't just have buttermilk, so I'm going to teach you a trick. Half a cup of buttermilk, so I'm going to put a half a cup of milk in my measuring cup, and then according to Betty Crocker, you can make soured milk by adding some vinegar to your milk. I believe it is a tablespoon of vinegar per cup, so I'm going to put a half a tablespoon of vinegar in for my half a cup here, and then just go ahead and stir that around, and that will make some soured milk or buttermilk. That way I don't have to keep buttermilk around. Oh, watch my pan. Look at how fast this is going to boil over. And oh, big mess. And now I hear it from the other room and I'm running over. Look at that. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, I cleaned up my mess. Keep an eye on it. And then we're going to stir this chocolate mixture into our flour and sugar here. Just make sure you get that really well stirred up. And then you can go ahead and add our quote unquote buttermilk. And then you would need 2 eggs beaten. So since I already have this dirty measuring cup, I'm just going to go ahead and put my 2 eggs in here and whisk them up right in there. And stir, stir, stir. And pour that in. So yeah, my cheaty buttermilk method, everything I've used it for, nobody's ever noticed. So that way you don't just have to keep buttermilk on hand. You can just use the milk you have. All right, so we're going to pour that in, and then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I think I did that the other way. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Again, this is where you would add the jalapenos should you choose to do that. Just make sure you dice those up real nice and fine. So then we're going to stir all this together to get it to incorporate. There we go. Lovely cake batter, ready to go. Okay, so then we're just going to pour this right on in our cake pan. Scrape out all the edges, get all that nice stuff in there, and then you're going to bake it anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. So now I had a slight problem. I used all of my butter in the cake, so I couldn't make frosting today. So all I wound up doing was putting a little bit of powdered sugar on top. But hey, it was still delicious. I took it out at 20 minutes, tested it. There is no goo residue on my knife, so we're good to go. And here is some homemade chocolate cake. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time.